Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss one important axiom as well as one important theorem related to the linear pairs that we have learned in our earlier class. So let us begin. The name of the axiom is called linear pair axiom. Now already the name states linear pair. So we have discussed in an earlier class what is a linear pair. So based on that linear pair, there is an axiom that is called the linear pair axiom. So let us see what is this linear pair axiom. Now the following two axioms are called linear pair axioms. So there are two axioms which collectively are called the linear pair axiom. So let us see which are the two axioms. Number one, if a ray stands on a line, then the sum of two adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. So if we draw a line and on that line a ray stands. Now let me show you the figure. So this is the figure. Now here AB is a line and on that line a ray, that is OC. OC is a ray. It stands on the line AB. Then the sum of the adjacent angles so formed is 180 degree. So which are the adjacent angles here? Yes, BOC and AOC. These are the two adjacent angles. And their sum will be equal to 180 degree. This is what the first axiom says. So obviously here you can see if we measure it, here BOC is 55 degree, AOC is 125 degree. And their sum will be equal to 180 degree. So this is just an example. The angles measurement of the two adjacent angles may be different. It may not be this, it may be something else. But whatever the measurement is, if you take the sum of the measurements of those two adjacent angles, then it will be equal to 180 degree. This is what the axiom says. Now let us see the next axiom. It is just the converse of what we have seen just now in the first axiom. In the second axiom it is said, if the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then the non-common arms of the angles form a line. Yes. So as we have discussed in our earlier class that linear pair of angles is nothing but it is a type of adjacent angle. So here also if we consider the two adjacent angles BOC and AOC such that the sum of the two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then the non-common arms. Which are the non-common arms here? OA and OB. These are the non-common arms. And the non-common arms will form a straight line. This is what the second axiom says. Clear? So collectively, these two axioms are called the linear pair axiom. That means any of this condition arises, vice versa, then we can say that by the linear pair axiom, this condition is satisfied. Clear? Now let us move on to a theorem where we can apply this linear pair axiom. So this is theorem 6.1 as per given in your textbook. Now in the exam, let me remind you, in the exam, this theorem will not be given as theorem 6.1 or write down theorem 6.1. The theorem will be clearly stated in your question, and then you have to prove that theorem. That means the statement of the theorem will be given to you and you have to prove that theorem. Clear? So let us see what is the statement of theorem 6.1. The statement says, if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. So just by reading the statement only, you have to understand what is given to us and what we need to prove. So here we are given just that two lines are there and they intersect each other. And then you have to prove that the vertically opposite angles are equal. This is what the statement says. So everything, the whole information is hidden inside this statement. So while reading the statement, you have to be careful that what is given to us and what we need to find. So let us draw the figure. So you can see this figure. In the figure you can see there are two lines, AB and CD. Now they intersect at a common point, that is O. Now what we need to prove here is that angle AOC is equal to angle BOD and angle AOD is equal to angle COB. This is what we need to prove because there are two pairs of vertically opposite angles. So let us write the solution or the proof, we can say. Given two lines AB and CD intersect each other at point O. This is well stated and it can be clearly seen from the figure. Next, what we need to prove? Angle AOC is equal to angle BOD and angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. This is what we need to prove. So let us begin. So first of all, as you can see in the figure, ray OC, just concentrate on the ray OC. So ray OC lies on the line AB. AB is a line we know and OC is a ray on that line. Clear? Now we can say that angle AOC plus angle COB or BOC is equal to 180 degree. How we can say that? By the linear pair axiom. Remember axiom number 1. If a ray stands on a line, then the sum of the adjacent angles is equal to 180 degree. So that is the same thing that we have applied here. So by the linear pair axiom, we can say that the sum of AOC and BOC will be equal to 180 degree. Clear? Similarly, if we see ray OB is also standing on the line CD. Clear? So here also we can apply now the linear pair axiom. Now if we apply the linear pair axiom, then angle BOC plus angle BOD will be equal to 180 degree. Clear? This is also by that same axiom number 1. Clear? Now if we compare equation 1 and equation 2, then what do we get? The right hand sides are equal. That means the left hand side also has to be equal, isn't it? So we are equating the left hand sides. Since the right hand side is already equal, so the left hand side if we equate, then we get angle AOC plus angle BOC will be equal to angle BOC plus angle BOD. Clear? Now you can see something is common here, BOC. So let us remove that common thing. So if we subtract angle BOC from both the sides, so what do we get? We get angle AOC is equal to angle BOD. Now does this prove the first part? Yes, it is. The first part is proved already. Similar way, if we proceed in a similar way, then we can also prove angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. So similarly, we can prove angle AOD equals to angle BOC. Now, although I have not shown here the process, but in exam or when you do this theorem, then you try to show the next part as well. Clear? I hope you can do it. It is quite simple. Similar way you have to do, just like how it is done here. So that way if you proceed, you can easily prove angle AOD equals to angle BOC. And after proving both of them, our job is done. So hence proved. So this theorem is proved that if two lines intersect each other, then the vertically opposite angles are equal to each other. So I hope you all have understood today's class. So we'll proceed with the next topics in our next class. So till then, thank you and have a nice day.